Hey, how we doing? How are we doing? I think everything's working. It's been a bit of a nightmare today, actually, to get this up and running. How's everyone doing? Bit lastminute.com. Apologies for that. I've been out this morning and didn't get back till lunchtime, and didn't give myself time to do anything really. So it's all a bit unprepared today, as per usual, and no change there. So we've got Daniel in, Colin, Benji, Nick, Pat Jones, Mike Hyde, Doug McCartin. Hi Doug. George is in. Good stuff. Make way for the Indian. Have you got some curry going, George? Do you have to go to the toilet? Different ads on the TV to the one on the PC. I don't know how the ads work on live streams, to be honest, Benji. I don't watch myself live, really. I'm assuming that ads do come up. I'm not sure how that works, though. That's probably why there's a bit of a lag, because it's got to play the ads. Hi, Derek. How are you? So I did promise I'd pop on this week and do some CB stuff. I was going to do it Tuesday, but I can't remember what happened on Tuesday. Something stopped me going on anyway. I probably left it too late again. That's the thing. I always plan to do these things. I get tied up on something else, and it never happens. But I made it on. Look, Friday, and I'm live. Good stuff. Yeah, I think if you watch it on the TV, you don't get ads. I don't get it on my TV, Benji. I'm not sure. But saying that, I stream it to the TV from my iPad, Benji. So if I do that, I don't get any ads. I think if you do it on the YouTube app on your telly, you get the ads. But if you stream it from your tablet to the telly, it gets rid of the ads. So there you go. Could do another stream next Tuesday too. You could, George. I did see you've been experimenting, George, so I'm hoping for streams coming soon. Oh dear. Well, I haven't got any of me banners up. Look, I can't give Benji a banner because all I've got is Sunday Live up at the moment. But you know, we could always edit that, couldn't we? Because I know Benji would miss the banner if I didn't put it up there, really. There we go. That'll sort you out, Benji. That'll sort you out. There you go, Benji. Oh, you think I could do Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday? That's your thoughts, George, is it? Oh, that's nice of you. That's nice of you to, you know, put me forward for that sort of coverage. You know, good stuff. So yes, I have got in some new bits of kit. Some new CB things. I keep looking at CB stuff for some reason on eBay, and I keep buying stuff even though I don't need it. But I'm sure we all do it. Well, the first thing I picked up actually was from Mr. Cody's. I don't know if he's about this afternoon, but I know he's about. But whether he's going to be in here or not is another thing, isn't it? But I did pick up a handheld from Paul actually, who found it at a local car boot sale for me. So let me pop you onto the bench a minute. Should we keep Benji's banner up? I think we will. Benji loves that banner. It'd be wrong not to keep it up, really, wouldn't it? So let me just pop onto the main camera. And I'll go and I've put these things up on the windowsill for some bizarre reason. I should have put them here with me, really. So one of the reasons I've had a bit of trouble coming on today on time was we had a massive hunt yesterday for interference on the CB bands, and we turned everything in the house off. Basically, we absolutely turned everything in the house off, one by one. Just went round and turned everything in every room off, trying to find this blimmin' interference, and it was S9 interference on Goat. The goat's lurking. It was S9 interference on the CB bands, and I've had it for quite some time, but it's got sort of gradually worse. And I think it's just conditions have made it worse. But yeah, literally every single plug in the whole house we pulled out and we couldn't find it still. So turned off the mains electric and I popped the radio on a battery, and sure enough it stopped. So we'd missed the power line adapter in the lounge. So I've got a power line adapter in my room here, which is connected into the main router in the BT hub. It's connected straight into that, and then that sends a signal down through the power line downstairs to the telly, because we watch a lot of streaming stuff on the telly. So of course I disconnected this end, but I totally forgot about the other end, and lo and behold, it was that doing it. Turned that off. I was down to about S3 of noise then. So, you know, what a job, but I did get there in the end. I got there in the end. So beware, you know, just turning off the main unit doesn't stop the noise. The other unit still causes noise, even though it's like as far away as it can get from here. It was radiating noise in the electrics. So there you go. Yeah, they're horrible. Run a proper Ethernet cable. Yeah, George, I have looked at that. It's a hell of a run, though. You know, to get it neat without just chucking it down over the stairs, I'm looking at going up into the loft, across the loft, probably dropping down into a soil stack in the hallway, and then through the wall, along the skirting board, all the way around the lounge. It would be absolutely miles, George. I'd have to buy some pretty good cable to stop any losses. But I've just got to remember that if I'm using the CB or whatever, I've got to turn it all off, which is a pain. It's all turned off at the moment, because I say I'm going to stick some CBs on the aerial in a minute, because I have got an aerial up. I'm sure I told you that I've got an aerial up. Let's get rid of Benji's banner, because I'm sure he's had enough of that by now. Cat 5 is good for 1 kilometre. Well, it seems like it would be that far, George, but it's not that big a house. But yes. So this is the radio that I got from Paul. Now, I've been looking at these for quite some time. This is a Midland Allen 42 multi. Now it's got a bit of a blemish on the bottom there. Now that's because while we were doing all this hunting yesterday to try and find the noise, I had a handheld CB up here. And Mrs. Cruncher had one downstairs, so she was turning it off, and I was saying, yeah, yes or no, and quite handy for that, really. I could have phoned her, but it's a damn sight easier to just pick up this and key it up and say, yeah, no, still no good. So, but unfortunately, when we were getting to turning off the main circuits, she stood up on a little step, and the dog decided to lie down behind her, unbeknown to her, and when she stepped down off the step, she stepped onto the dog, which caused her to fall back, whack her elbow on the front door, and smack the CB on the corner. But it's only paint by the looks of it that's come off of the front door. This looks to have survived, which is pretty good. So yeah, that's the radio. I'm trying to think how we can probably couple this up. Yeah, we should be able to get that onto the test set. So that's the one I got from Paul, and it came boxed with all its bits and pieces. Let's take me off for a minute. It comes with a NiCad battery pack for putting NiCads in, and it also comes with an umbilical cord for connecting it up. This is how I've got to connect it up, isn't it? An umbilical cord. I don't know what I've done with the rest of it now. Oh, it's down there. So it comes with this as well, which basically plugs into the bottom. It replaces the battery pack. It lets you put it onto it's a cigar lighter in this case, and an aerial. So I thought we'd hook it up to the test set and just see what it's doing, really. I have had a quick look at it on the test set, but nothing in depth. I'm not going to try and do an alignment on it. Let me just get some cameras sorted out here. let's get that out of the way. There we go. So yeah, it's an 80 channel radio. I don't think it's AM. I don't think it's AM. I think it's just FM. UK 40 and the mid-band sept frequencies 40. High and low power supposedly does 4 watts, but I don't think these do manage 4 watts, although if I stick it on the power supply with a decent bit of power behind it, it gets close. So the battery pack, hopefully you can see what I'm up to here. Hey, well, you see how you doing, Phil Taylor? Simon, how you doing? So this pack is quite interesting. I was trying to think, well, is it a rechargeable pack? But there's no holes on it anywhere. But it pulls apart, and there's your batteries inside. Quite clever. And there's a bigger one which takes the NiCads. Takes 8 NiCads instead of 6 AA's. So that's connected up to the umbilical cord. I've got to try and sort out some power for it. How am I going to do this? How are you going to do this, Graham? And this is a little bit quirky actually, because only one of these two negative contacts is actually connected. The other one is purely for show to help keep it held in the cigar lighter socket, or accessory socket as they call it these days. It's an accessory socket nowadays. Right, let's plug that in. As I say, everything's a bit up to neck here at the moment, because I've also been using some of the leads to tune up the I'm going to put that on 13.2 volts, because in the manual it sort of quotes the nominal figure of 3.2 volts. Sorry, 13.2 volts. 3.2? What you got? Where's the goat gone? I should think so too. He loves telling me off. Right. So let's find the other end of that cable. There's one. Where's the other one? Come on. He's up there. Let's say I should have had a bit of a tidy up first, shouldn't I? But the bench isn't too messy. So I'm just going to connect up that to the end. And I've got to make sure I connect the right one up here. So it's a bit of a guess as to which one is the live one. Is it that one? Oh, first time. There we go. So it does work. So let's connect it up to the test set a minute. We have got an external headphone socket, which is great because we can feed the audio back into the test set and see how sensitive it is. So let's do that. So that's aerial. Of course, this means if you've got this set in the car and you've got a mag mount and an extension speaker, you're pretty much no different than putting a normal CB in the car. So, you know, for something to throw in the glove box for emergencies, it's very, very useful. Try and make sure this doesn't short out on anything. Right, okay, so we need to get onto the test set now. What have I done? I've disconnected that. I've been doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things with the test set. So what are we on? We're on 27, 8, 1, 2, 5. Try again. 27.78. 8125. 79125, isn't it? Oh dear. I think. So let's put that into auto. Let's put on, say, 100 microvolts. Let's turn it on. Am I on the wrong channel? Okay, why am I not hearing anything? Because the frequencies change again. There we go. It's working. It's working. Right, let's see if I can get you over onto the test set. Let's stick this on the overhead camera for a minute. You can see I've got a couple other handhelds lurking in the background. Huge, great things, but very, very nice. Okay. Right, there's the radio. Let's just get me out of the picture a minute. Let's see if I can get the apologies for the noise. Let's just turn the volume down on that a minute. Let's get you over on the test set. Always fun trying to get you on the test set. I will just quickly go through how this is set up a minute, because it does seem to be a bit of confusion as to how to set these things up, and I'm no expert on this. Believe me, I've only had this test set. Well, you know how long I've had the test set, not very long at all. Right, what am I running over my chair there? Running over the handle for the hacker. Right, there's some cube in there. Okay, that's a test set, and I'll put a message out to someone that repairs CBs, because he's got one of these test sets, but he wasn't feeding the audio back in, and he was trying to do sensitivity comparisons with it. I mean, you can't really do that unless you put the audio back into this set from the radio. So this is basically the audio coming back in from the radio, which is connected to the headphone jack. Let's put that in picture. So yeah, you can see up there I've got the headphone jack connected up, and that basically comes along, bit of coax into the AC input. So again, you need to make sure you're right. You need to be on AC, otherwise it won't work. And for the purposes of this, we're looking at Synad. dB Synad, CCITT as a filter, just keeps it a bit more stable. It does alter the readings, but I think the verdict is that you keep the CCITT button on. Over this side, this is our RF signal coming out of our signal generator, based on whatever I've put in there. And you can see this is the level, 100 microvolts amplitude that I've put in there. And I've got 1 kilohertz modulation turned on at the moment. It does do all sorts of other things, but I'm just really trying to get my head around what I need to do to work it for a CB radio. So that's at the moment. I've not really played with this for anything but CB radio. Well, I say that, I did put an amateur radio on it the other day, just to have a look to see what that performed like, and strangely enough, my Rotels that I've tuned up work better than the amateur radios. Hi Gary, how are you? In the middle of making a venison and mushroom pie. Oh, very good. Transoceanic, you're going for 3 figures at least, Mike, definitely. Did you like your star? Yeah, very nice, George. So that's the setup, and you can see I've got 100 microphones in there at the moment. You can hear the tone. That should be an S9. Well, this has got an S meter on it. So blimmin' small, I can't see it. I think that's not actually. That's looking about S7 at the moment, so I need to change that. So Synad is the way to go with this, and this will do an auto test for Synad. So if I get rid of that picture-in-picture, turn that down a bit. I need to make sure this is turned up actually. Right, let's just turn that down. So Synad on this, you've got if you can quite see the edge there. Yeah, you just about see that. I've got some leads in the way here. That's an external speaker. So there's some buttons down here, on, condition and off. This is to operate this menu on the top. So to do a reading at 12 dB Synad, there's a set program number 12, which basically does a Synad at whatever you've set it. It defaults to 12, but you can test it at different levels of Synad. And I've got to look at the meter to do that, because you've got to use the condition to change it from 12 dB Synad to 20 or 10 or whatever you want to measure it at. So to start that off, you've got to push on and then number 12, and it'll go through a load of weird and wonderful tests. So that's telling me that it's doing 1.07 microvolts for 12 dB Synad, which didn't seem right actually. That's higher than I'd expect. I mean, that's waving around 13. I mean, this is still warming up. If I alter that level down. Yeah. So I've got interference by the looks of it from something. It should be better than that. Maybe I've got it turned up a little bit too loud. Perhaps it didn't like that. Let's try that again. So on 12. .93. So it's not brilliant, is it? I did think it was better than that, but I wonder if it's because I've got to have the aerial taken off. Let's try that again with the aerial off. Yeah, so that does make a difference. It's 0.85. So there you are. It isn't brilliant, is it? So the other thing we can check on this is the frequency. So it should be. Let's get you in a bit closer. It should be that. So if I key up, let's just put it onto transmit. Let's go to peak. So if I key up, okay, I think my current limit's kicked in. No. So basically telling me that I'm 0.115 out, but I'm only doing 0.92. That's probably because I'm in low power. Let's try that again then. There we go. So doing around about 3.5 watts, look. It's drawing 1.25 amps. So that'd be quite a drain on the batteries, wouldn't it? So it is a little bit off frequency, so it needs trimming a bit. But it's probably within spec. If I I click that and just go to counter. So it's 27,781,3435. So that's channel 19 I'm on now. For some reason I've gone and pushed the button, so let's try channel 20, 27,791,33. So yeah, that's well within spec. Peak, so if we go to average power, 3 watts. It is jumping around a little bit, isn't it? It seems to be dying the longer you key it. But it is working. It is working. It's working very well, actually. We can try it on air. We can try it on air. Yeah, we can try it on air. Let's just go to the overhead camera. So we can try it on air because I have got the aerial now, and I've got enough cable to drag the aerial across to here. Now, the question is, Graham, is have you got the correct adapter? That's the question. So I need a 239 to BNC. And then I've got SMA to BNC. I've got N-type to BNC. I've got N-type to 239. So where is my BNC adapter? Let me have a hunt for that. Let me have a hunt for that a minute. Let me catch up with the chat a minute anyway. Hi Mike Atlantis, how you doing? You gotta go work? That's a shame. Got a brew, what's happening? Do you need to take the rubber duck off the top of the radio? I've done that, Nick, so that's probably what was causing it to not be that brilliant. Let's find the adapter. I've got dozens of these adapters somewhere now. I know when I did a big clear up in here, I put all my adapters in a little tiny plastic container. Now I wonder what the hell I did with that. Always the same, innit? When you want something, you can never find it. Most adapters you could ever need somewhere, but where? Who knows? Wow, it didn't work out very well, did it? I'm going to need to go digging deeper. I would like to try this out on air. There's no point me keying it up in here and asking for 19 for Roger, because nobody will ever hear me. Let me go and see if I can remember where the hell I put these adapters. I put them somewhere safe, I know that, as always. Just put these things somewhere safe, and they always go walkabout, don't they? Come on, where are you, adapters? Come on, adapters. Yeah, I've got loads of them for the SDR. And I put them all together so as I wouldn't lose them. And the first thing I did was lose them. That's a bit of a fail then, by the looks of it. Falling at the first hurdle. They are. I'm sure I put them somewhere where they'd be handy, you know? Somewhere where I couldn't find them, so I thought I'd put them. I thought I'd put them somewhere where I couldn't find them. What else have I got I can make up to do that with then? Apart from nothing. No, I think we're out of luck with that. Actually, no, what the hell are you going on about, Graham? No, we're not out of luck. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. Let's skip that bit again. So let's unplug that for a minute. And plug the external speaker in if I can get to it. Let's turn the squelch up a bit. So, of course, I'm using the umbilical cord, aren't I? So I have got the correct antenna. Idiot. No one told me, did they? $19 for a Roger. Yeah, I did used to have a mate called Roger actually on CB. Most funny. He used to love it. Right, so I'm just connecting up to the aerial now. Catch you later, Mike. Paul, did you get Mike's email, he's asking. Right, let's just knock that squelch out a bit. Let's turn it on to the 19 rather than the 20. 19 for a Roger. Anybody let me know if I'm getting out, please? Doesn't sound like it, does it? 19 for a Roger. Anybody let me know if I'm getting out, please? You don't have to be called Roger. Anything will do. Where's Gary when you need him? Gary, have you turned the radio on? Hello, I seem to have connected myself to the aerial now as well. Roger's down the pub, is he? I think Roger's gone home. 19 for a Roger. Anybody out there hear me, please? Just let me know if I'm getting out. Is that you, Gary?
No, it's Gary.
Yeah, which Gary?
I don't know. Which Gary? Who's Gary?
It could be either Gary. God, you're coming through strong. You can hear me on this thing, can you?
Who's that?
It's Graham.
Oh, no, I don't know. No, I'm in a lorry just heading towards Stip Cross.
Oh, well, you're right on my front door then, virtually. Lovely job. Oh, it's amazing that someone actually come back to me. There's not a lot of life out here.
No, there is. You just got to know where it looks like. I'm probably just behind it then, because I'm not quite Stip Cross. I'm just going past the, what are they called? Person storage, cops.
Oh, right, yeah. So you headed to Stip Cross from Bideford then, by the sound of it? Brilliant stuff. Well, you'll be glad to know you're live on YouTube as well, look. So I've just tested out this little Midland Allen handheld. I've just connected it up to my base antenna just for a quick radio report. So yeah, glad to hear that you come back to me. Yeah, just outside Torrington, on the Stip to Torrington Road.
All right, oh, he's doing all right then. Hey, no, it's not very far, is it? Not very far away, that.
No, no, good stuff. No, it's just that one of my mates on here's called Gary, and he's out at he's out Chivener way, I think, and I thought it was him coming back to me, but it was a bit of a strong signal, and he don't usually hear me from here.
Yeah, I'm struggling a bit now, I will admit, but I've got a reasonably new lorry, and it's got trackers in it and all sorts, so I've always nearly got an S7 of interference with it.
Right, yeah, no, I got about an S5 of interference constant here. 9 plus if I turn the power line adapter on, which knocks it for 6.
If I missed that, so I think it almost sounded like there was somebody else talking then as well.
It could be. I mean, we're on the 1.9. You never know.
Well, like you say, it's normally fairly dead, isn't it? I mean, I went up the A30 earlier, and I went over the A30 at Weekday, and I set it on the 1.9 to see if anybody could tell me what it was like, and not a squeak.
Yeah, yeah. I think there was someone else there calling actually, so we probably can hear you rather than me.
Alright, okay. Alright, anyway, I'll leave you to it, fella. I'm getting away back to the yard now, so I'll leave you to it and see if you can get somebody else.
All right, cheers for the call, Gary, anyway, and good to hear you in there, mate. And give us a shout on your way back through again.
Yeah, it's not Gary. My name's not Gary, my name's Richard.
I could have sworn you told me it was Gary.
Oh, no, I'm Richard. No, you said hello, Gary. I said, what? I'm not Gary. I said, which Gary? No, I'm driving lorry for coal, just on my way back to the yard.
All right, yeah, no Coles. Yeah, all right then, Richard, not Gary. Sorry about that, mate. Catch you later then, and cheers for the chat.
Hi, buddy. Cheers for that. He's calling Matt on the island of Lundy. He's calling.
Yeah, is that you, Matt, over on Lundy?
Yes, the Lundy Island is Matt. Charlie Tango 2767 on Lundy Island.
Yeah, I'm Matt. Yeah, it's Graham. We spoke the other day. You're on Lundy. Well, that's pretty good. I'm actually using a Midland 42 handheld, Rog.
Do you want to knock it down to channel 15?
Yeah, okay, go on. Whoa. Yeah, copy that, Matt. Yeah, Matt, I've lost you now. Are you here? He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
You got Charlie Tango 2767 Matt on Lundy Island, and we're listening for any stations.
Yeah, got you there, Matt. Yeah, it's Graham out near Torrington again, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, you're very quiet today, actually.
Yeah, Matt, I'm on a Midland 42 handheld connected to my external antenna, so that's probably what the issue is, yeah?
That's really good going, actually.
Yeah, it's surprising because I don't really get out very well that way either on something like this. So it's yeah, very good, mate.
Yeah, the weather's a bit bad today though. It's clear skies and we've only had a very slight spitter of rain. Looking out the window of my cottage, I'm looking over to the east side of the island, and I can actually see the windmills on the Devonshire coast.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, well, I'm a sort of fair away from the coast, really. But yeah, you're doing well. You're doing well, and I must see if I can catch you on 2 meters at some stage as well.
Well, after tea time, I'm going to be going on 2 meters and PMR. So it's the same as radio, just obviously just change the bands and all that. But yeah, I'll be going on at this evening, probably after about sort of 7 o'clock sort of time. 6. I'm going to say at the latest 7 o'clock.
No worries there, Matt. Are you going to be on the calling channel then? Are you 145 500?
Yeah, Roger, be the calling panel there. But if not, I'm going to have a go on PMR, because there's a few people want to try on PMR, which I'm going to give a go. And if there's no luck there, I will be on 2 meters.
Yeah, no worries, Matt. I am live on YouTube actually at this very moment, so I didn't expect anyone to come back to me. I was just testing this radio out, just did a quick look at it on the test set, and keyed up, asked for a radio report, and a chap called Richard came back to me, and heard you calling in the background, Rog.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you can, be good if you can send me a link to that video once you've been uploaded to YouTube, or if you can see us live on YouTube. Well, anyway, if you can send us a link to the email address, will be 26 Charlie Tango 2767 at eqsl.mikeecho. Yes, I know it's an EQSL one because it's not my personal one, which I don't want to give over the airwaves there.
Yeah, no problem, Matt. I'll put you a link over when I go on off. I'm on for a couple of hours. I'll be off live around about, what's the time now? About 5 o'clock. I think I've got to knock it on the head because I've got to take the dogs out for a walkie. So I'll cut you loose, look, because I need to get back to my video here, and it's good to actually hear someone on so we can have a live test on the radios. But I've got a few more to have a play with in a minute, so you never know, you might hear me again in a bit.
Yeah, no problem there, no problem there. Right, I'll catch you in a bit anyway. And thanks for that. And have a listen later on. We'll be on VHS, UHS. Anyway, cheerio.
Yeah, 7-3, Matt. Just for now.
7-3. Any other stations for Lundy Island? You've got Charlie Tango 2767 this way.
Wow. Oh my God. Would you believe it? You don't hear anybody for days, and then all of a sudden they're all here. They all want to chat. Get on. There's a lot of people called Roger. Roger is radio talk for over to you, as I'm sure you know, Paul. In other words, I'm dekeying and it's over to you. Let me get this sorted out. So there you go, Paul. That's the radio, mate, and it is working. Lundy Island. Lundy Island. So if you get a map up and you look at Torrington and you look at Lundy Island, there's a fair bit of distance there, but he was giving me a good S7 and he could hear me on a little Midland handheld. So, whoa, what you can't get a better test than that, really. I'm chuffed with that. I'm going to have a drink of water now for that. It's a celebration. Hi Sean, how are you? Is this frequency in use before using? You'd think so, Sean, but we're not on HF really. It's local CB, and there ain't a lot of people on it, mate, to be fair. If anyone was on it, they'd soon be shouting, "Oi, get off." And if you think back to the old days of CB, channel 19 was the truckers' channel. And it was there for them to use when they were mobile to talk for as long as they wanted. 1.4 was the normal breakers channel. But if you were mobile or you were out in a lorry, then you used the 1.9. But that's all changed now. You'll take the second instalment. You can hear Lundy, but not me, Gary. You should have called in, mate. You should have called in. So there we are. That's performed really well, that. And this is Mrs. Cruncher's favourite radio. She likes this one because it's decent size. It's not got a massive, whacking great aerial, and easy to carry around. So yeah, just got a little sort of rubber duck aerial on it. I mean, there's no way I'd get anything on that in here. We can try, but not a sausage. So there you go. Works, Paul. Midland Allen 42 multi. Bro. Right. Next. I'm running out of cameras here. I could do with another camera, really. It's always the same, never satisfied. I'm zoomed out as far as I can go with this one. Let's just get out a bit further. So the next couple radios I bought are these monsters. This is a realistic TRC 1005. Now, the reason I bought these, I was watching one of Richard Sharby's videos, Mr. UK CB radio servicing, and he did an alignment and a video on the 1001, and I was really impressed at how well it worked. In fact, it worked almost as good as a normal CB radio. You know, not a handheld. I'm not on about handhelds, but it worked normally almost as well as a normal mobile set. And I asked Richard, you know, of the handhelds which he thought were the best, and he did say like the TRC 1001 or 1005, and these were on eBay, so I had my eye on them. I made a couple offers and he declined them, so I thought, well, I'll let it run the course and just have a quick bid at the end just to see, and lo and behold, I got them. They weren't cheap, but apparently these when they were new back in the 80s, they were $139.99 each. So I've got 280 quid's worth of radios there, and I paid 60 quid for the pair plus postage. So I thought that was a good deal. Now both the aerials are straight. I think this one's had a new top on it, because this is like a plastic top on this one. You can see some of the chrome's worn off of it. It's not, the aerials is dead straight, but the top hasn't been glued on straight. So, and this one is absolutely perfect, no problems at all. Well, a little bit of a kink in it. It's all there. It's straight. And strangely enough, one of these has got a Roger bleep on it, and I don't know if that was an add-on. I don't know. Yeah, cheers, Paul. Glad you're still using the Bearcat. I picked up another Uniden scanner actually in the auctions today. I've been buying another load of useless rubbish at the auctions today, so that's to come. So we've got these two. Now, interestingly enough, I can work out how to get the battery covers off. I think you just pull down like that. The guy did say that they came with rechargeables, and sure enough, we've actually got a full complement of rechargeables, and the Duracell 2400 milliamps. So there's 10 of those in each radio, I think. A little bit of corrosion on the battery contacts, but not bad. Yeah, so yeah, they're all Duracell rechargeables. So what would 10 Duracell rechargeables cost? Quite a lot, I should think. 20 quid, 2 quid each, something like that. So that's that one. Let's just have a look at the other one. Yeah, there we go. Another full set of Duracell rechargeables. So I would think that these have been in use, whether they've been on a building site or what, I don't know. They're CB2781, so they're the original UK FM band. Slight difference. The LCDs are different. This one's a more of a bluey colour, and that's more of a brown colour. So I wonder whether the Roger bleeps in them were a factory-fitted option, or whether someone's actually fitted it in there. You can see there's slight differences in the screws. These are countersunk. These are sort of slightly raised. High-low power. You've got an antenna socket. Now, I can't test these on an external antenna because I've not got one of those plugs. It's basically an RCA to a 2039 that I need. I have ordered them, but not got any. Not got it yet. Sorry, not got any. What am I going on about? It looks like we've lost some of the little rubber covers, the charging and power, so we can power it up. I can't test these into the test set then, can I, really? Because I haven't got an adapter. I have got adapters coming, so at the moment we can't test those into the test set. We can turn them on, though. We can stick the massive aerial up. Let's see if we can get a Roger. 19 for a Roger. Can anybody hear me? Dirty squelch pot on that one as well. 19 for a Roger. Can anybody hear me? No. So there you go. So we can't test those out today, but at another stage I will test them out. I have tested them with Mrs. Cruncher and they work very well. One of them's got a Roger bleep, which is quite funny. Let's see if we can monitor one on this one. So let's go to channel 20. It's difficult to show you this, really. Let's get the thing back that way. That's better. Right. So I should be able to, if I put it on low power, should put a key up into that, so you should be able to hear it out of this radio. Turn the volume up. Hello, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Yeah, that one's working. Ah, that's the one with the beep. Do you hear that? Annoying Roger bleep. Bleep? Is it Roger bleep or Roger beep? Let's try this one. Let's turn that one off. Same thing, shall we? 1 2 1 2. Well, that one sounds a bit louder. Oh, oh. 1 2 1 2. Testing, testing. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, that one works. So they both work. We can try them on receive, can't we? Let's try it on receive. Let's put this on low. Testing, testing. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, that one's receiving. Excellent. Let's try the other one. Let's try this one. Oh, I don't need to put the area up really, do I? Squelch pot's a bit weird on this. There's something up with the squelch. It might be a capacitor or something, but hello, hello. Can you hear me? Yeah, 1 2 1 2, testing, testing. So there you go. They both transmit and receive. So I think personally that was a bit of a bargain. Right. Let's. No, it's not got that one part of me. Overhead cam. Let's turn that off. So there you go. That's the two realistic 1005s. Now Richard has sent me the service info for these, so I'll be going through those once I get the adapter to plug it into my my aerial, my test aerial, or test set even. Okay, let's just catch up with the chat a minute. Let's catch up with the chat, see how we're doing. Hi Michael, how you doing? Get the burner running for a kilowatt or so. Hi Rob, how are you? You haven't watched my videos for a while, Rob. Wow, shocking. Is your telly broken? Michael Buddy, hi. What frequency and mode do you guys have in the UK for your CB band? Michael, we have, is it Buddy or Buddle? Buddle, sorry, I thought you said Buddy there. We've got the mid band, which I think is I think it's 26975 to 27405, something like that. And we've got what's probably in the high band, depending where you are. It's I can't remember the frequencies off the top of my head, but it centers on 2779125. We can now use AM and sideband on the midband. So on the CEPT frequencies, we can use AM, FM, and single sideband. 4 watts on AM, FM, 12 watts PEP on SSB, which is pretty good, to be fair. And I have been listening to it, and there is quite a few people using that. So, and as I say, amazing. I've actually got some copies there today on that radio. I did not expect that at all. So I've got another radio here that I've got to have a look at. Now, did I bring that in or did I leave it out there? I've got a couple actually. One I've got written no TX or RX, so that's not going to be a lot of cop, is it? But you know, it's nice to have broken things to fix, isn't it? We don't want all this stuff that works. I have also got my base station radio here, which I've not put on the test set yet. So that's going to be an interesting little project. So I did, if you saw the intro slide, I have found this one out. This is a Mustang 2000. Again, it's a legal UK 2781 40 channel FM radio. You need rucksacks. Yeah, they are big, Gavin. They are big. So this one is in really, really good condition. In fact, I would say it's near mint. There's no real dings on the front. There's a couple little scuffs, but really it's in very good condition. Yeah, very good condition. It's got no case screws, which is always a worry. It means I've probably been inside it. So I'm going to need to get inside it because I haven't got this weird and wonderful socket arrangement. I haven't got the other side of that. Now, I say I haven't got it. I might have it somewhere, but I've not got it to hand. You've been busy, Rob. What have you been up to? What have you been up to? All right, let's see if we can get the top off of this. See what's going on inside first before we stick some power on it, because I'm going to need to. It's looking good so far. God, it smells of old CB radios. It smells of old CB radios. Right, so put those cases very carefully to one side. Incidentally, for just a size comparison, if you look at the Midland handheld, which is probably from the early 2000s. Would that be right? Then compare it to the realistic one. It won't even fit in the camera. Look. It won't even fit in the camera. There's like a size difference between those two. It's double the size, and you know. So yeah, Gavin, they are massive, massive. Okay, so let's have a look at this one then. Are we going to be able to actually get into this and put some power on it? So we've got some ferrites there, which we need to probably get. What have we got? I can pop in there. I do have lots of weird and wonderful plugs that I can get onto things, but that's quite small. Let's pop it on the overhead camera so you can have a look inside it. Let's pop it this way round. So let's have a look. PLL LC7137, so normal PLL. I think this is based on the Cybernet. This is what they call the sort of cheap Cybernet chassis, isn't it? Made by Cybernet. It's supposed to be pretty good. Same as the Amstrad 901. It's got these weird and wonderful channel selector switches. Not overly keen on those. I have had those break before. Now, what have we got in here? It looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it's been mullered, although it looks like someone's been into the final inductors and had a good old go on them. But I have to assume that I haven't got a manual for this to hand, so I'd have to assume that it's transmit up through there and receive probably down through here, discriminator over here, and that's probably the VCO, I would think. Oh, it's not connected up to any point. So we need to get some power on this somehow. Let's have a think, Graham. How are you going to do this? Let's just see if I can pop that power jack out through the radio. I don't really want to take it off because it's in such good condition. I have got a Cybernet one I could probably fit into that same hole. Yeah, I don't even think they'll pull out. Yeah, there's a couple ferrite beads there on the board. I could just tack it on underneath, I suppose, couldn't I? It doesn't look like it's had any work done on it at all. It looks an absolute... Well, I don't know, I say that. Over here, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it's had something done there, look. But, looks like someone's been there. It's a bit specific, isn't it, just in that area? What is that then? That is the... Is that the final or the driver? So it looks... Again, I'm not au fait with these. I haven't really done any of these. I think that is the output transistor there. 2166, yeah, I would think it was. It's not got a very beefy driver though, is it? If that's the driver. I'd have expected to see the final on this heatsink over here, but this is the audio chip by the looks of it. It's a totally different layout to the Cybernets and the Unidens. So it looks like someone's put a new output chip in this, so someone's popped the output. But apart from that, it doesn't look like it's been touched. Let's try to see if I can see which. So that's the negative. Let me just see if that is the positive there. Bear with me, people. I'm just talking to myself again, as per usual. Nothing new there, really, is it? I'm a bit closer now. Wobulation's going on. Look at the S-curve on that. Hi, Chris. How you doing? Hi, David. Are you in Australia, Michael, are you? Oh, welcome, mate. Good to see you on. Has Chris got an S-curve now, has he? He's S-curved himself right up. You have a marker now as well. Whoa, Chris. You're going to have to teach us all, Chris. Simon's had a go at teaching me, but I just didn't pick it up, really. Let's have a quick look then, see if I can find out where this positive is on the board. Positive. I mean, I'm not too worried about the inductors. So that's positive and that's negative. I'm just going to put a little mark there. Right, let me think, what's the best way of doing this? Just tack a couple bits of wire on, I think, for now. Ooh. Can't find a decent bit of ground wire. So it's going to probably be pulling 4 watts. We've still got to sort out a speaker after this, so we're not out of the water yet. Just trying to find some decent size wire. Here we go. Let's cut a bit off. So I'm just hot wiring this for a minute. Not something that I recommend you do really, but just for the purposes of this, I'm just going to tack some wires on it. You could teach me how not to do it. I do like Simon's marker generator though. That's a lovely little thing, that is. I haven't managed to find another one of those, Simon. I have looked out for those. I haven't put it in my safe searches by them. No, I've got the wrong tip on there. I can't remember what I was soldering up the other day, but I had to use the microscopic tip for it. Come on. That's one thing I would say about this Pace soldering station is it's not very easy to get the tips back in the holder. What I need is one of those carousel holders, really. A drink of water. Right, let's I'm just going to put a couple drops of flux on that, because it is a dirty old board. Just going to tin that. I'm going to pop my bit of wire on. Where? So negative. I suppose we ought to get a decent bit of wire for the positive as well now, don't we? When we got that crazy huge bit of wire for the negative, let's get a decent bit for the positive. Well, that's a bit thinner, but that'll do. Hot wire and CBs, whatever next. So I wonder if I have got a power lead for that. That's not going to short out on anything, so I can stick those out the side there quite nicely. Let's just tin the ends. Stop them fraying. I should be able to get my croc clips quite nicely on there now. There, it's fully hot wired, ready to go. That's that. Speaker, so I've just got to sort a microphone out. Well, I don't necessarily need a microphone, I can just short them across. Trying to think what microphone to fit that. You're going to be building a signal tracer, are you? Okay. Let's what are we on here? Let's go to 13.8. Let me just get you down onto the bench. A bit closer. Closer. It's really weird, this camera. It's there we go. It's not bad for a webcam though, is it, really? It's not bad for a webcam. So it looks like my knobs come off. I know Richard's after one of these, so if anybody's got one of these knobs for a Mustang, then Richard from UK CB Radio Servicing is after one of these. You can see why it's been lost, because they just not... Whether there should be an insert in there, I don't know, but there is an insert in there. It's not gripping at all. Right, let's connect it up to some power then. Are we on or off? Nice looking radio that this is as well. I know Richard did one of these. I don't know if he did this one or the one down from this. Right, so let's make sure we don't reverse polarity this. It should be positive first, followed by negative. I shouldn't be able to short these out because they're plastic covered. These are the croc clips that came with my Avo meter. Okay. Oh, hello. We on? Oh, so we're on P8. Whoa, we have light. Look at that. Lit up like a Christmas tree. Green display as well. I like a green display. Channel 9. Yeah, that works. Let's connect it up to the test set then, see if we've got any audio. No, that's not test set. That's the external aerial. So if we can get this one going, this would be a good test. Saying that Midland worked surprisingly well, didn't it? Yeah, that Midland worked surprisingly well. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, one side's got to be grounded and the other side to connect the PTT, but I'm not sure on the wiring on these. I've got various microphones here. I'll pull some out in a minute, see if we can find one that fits rather than trying to short it out. So let's stick the audio in it. Where's my audio lead gone? Let's pop that in, which is the external speaker. External speaker's that one. Off gain up. Yes, I'm not getting a lot of audio, so we need a microphone. Let's see, I've got my test mic, which is wired uniden. Let's see if that does anything crazy. Oh, is it? It's not one of these 5-pin ones, is it? No, it's just a normal 4-pin. There's a stop. That's weird. Now that's putting it into transmit straight away. That puts it into transmit, so that's no good. Let's try a Cybernet mic. Of course, it is a Cybernet radio, isn't it? So in theory, that might do the job. It does sound really quiet. Let's put channel 20, 27.79125. Amplitude. Huh? Amplitude. Why don't you let me do amplitude? Okay, no, it does sound okay. So it looks like it's got a Roger bleep. Ooh, I love a Roger bleep. Come on, what are you doing now? Why won't you let me do amplitude now? Frequency. What am I not doing right here? What are you not doing right here, Graham? Why won't it let me do a frequency? So it doesn't look like there's hardly any output on this radio. RF gain, tone, squelch. Why won't you let me do that? Ah, there we go. Right, that's pretty good actually. That can't be right. Well, that seems to be performing more than good. More than good, is that right? So let's try it on receive first. So let's just alter that camera a little bit. Let's come out a bit. So I'm going to do the old cyanide test. So on. 0.23, and I haven't touched the receiver. That is nearly as good as my best Rotel and York 863. That is phenomenal, 0.23. So this has got amazing receive, and I've not touched the receive. I'm sure I can probably improve on that. This could be the most sensitive radio ever, you never know. But we've got an issue with transmit, so if I hit transmit now, I don't know whether that's because of the microphone. I can hear the Roger bleep. No. Let's see if it's transmitting. Let's just pop this one on a minute. One, two, one, two. One, two, one, two. Good old Roger bleep. Well, that is transmitting. Let me just make sure I've not got this in the wrong position. It's saying I'm a little bit out on frequency, and I'm only doing 0.05 of a watt. Doesn't seem right. So it's transmitting, but it's off frequency. So let's just hit the frequency readout. 79077. Something wrong with transmit. We can try and align it. Let's just trim that. Let's just trim that first a minute. Let's go to the overhead camera. So I would think. Actually, no, that's the 10.24, so it must be this one to trim it by the crystal. That's got to be the trimmer for the so let's look at that frequency counter again then. Let's get a bit closer on it so you can see it in the picture-in-picture. You should be able to see that now. Hopefully, it's a bit dark, but so if I key up 79075, let's try altering that one then. Should be 9125. It's a fair way out. That's coming up though. Christ, it's miles out. $79125. So we need to see why we're not getting any output now. So let's just go to the power meter. So this is auto ranging, so it's 0.05 of a watt at the moment. So let me get the right trimming tools here. It's difficult because I'm going to be right in front of the meter now. That's the trouble. So I'd think it's starting here. See if we can get this any better. Come on, focus. Focus, camera. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Right. No, that's as best as that one will go. Let's try the next one. Nope. This is strange. I wonder if we've got a dead output transistor. No, I think we've got a duff output. I mean, this should be moving by now. Come on. Yeah, I think we've got a knackered output on this one. And the very last one. No. 0.05. We've got a duff output on that one. That could be pricey. Pricey, it says a mate of mine. So the output is it's down here, and it looks like it's a 2SC 2166. Let's have him out and have a look. I've got a horrible feeling that we've got no output. Of course, it could be just the microphone, but it does look like someone's had that one out before. It could be a driver gone, it could be anything really. Amazing receive though, so it's going to be worth getting going. It was definitely so 10B, yeah. So that is definitely in the full power position. It hasn't been messed with, this radio, so yeah. Right, let's go get me picture in picture. Hi Ganesh, how are you? Hi Andrew. Something out of an Apollo space mission. It is a beauty, in it. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Michael. You are right, but it was a bit out on frequency. But it might all change if we've got a dodgy output transistor. So let's whip that one out a minute. As I say, it looks like this one's been out before, so it could be the driver gone. So I haven't got a manual for this one at this particular moment. Must remember that that's got a spacer on it, Graham. I'll put that back in without the spacer, you'll be in trouble. How are we doing for time? 4:30. We've got time to have a quick play with this. It's definitely keying up because I'm getting 0.05 of a watt, so it's less. It's about a quarter of a watt, isn't it? Yeah, I've got a funny feeling that I've had this one out before. Someone's definitely had it out before. Shall we use the desoldering tool? No, we'll just use the desoldering pump for a minute. Just to save a bit of time waiting for the desoldering tool to heat up. Should really have geared myself up with the service manual for this before I started, then we could have had a look at the voltages, etc. around that area. But we'll just pop it out for a minute just to see if it is definitely that that's causing the issue. It didn't go very well, did it? Get the old goggles on, have a little bit of a closer look in there. Are we desoldered, or aren't we? Actually, I'm wondering if that's actually a broken track there, you know? I don't know if you can see that. Let me just see if I can get you in the shot. If I get you in a bit closer. That, to me, looks like a broken track there. Don't know, it might just be... Let's get a bit of isopropyl in there and have a look. Might just be... No, I don't think it is. No. I'm not that lucky. Let's just get the rest of that off with a bit of braid. I do need to order some more braid, actually. Totally out of braid. Could well be. It's it could well be, Michael. I suppose it could be something further back, but usually it's bad SWR in it that blows the outputs. If someone's done it twice, and that's going to be quite expensive. A 2166 is very difficult to come by now. I don't know if I've got any here. Come on, off. Looks better. So there he is. Where am I? 2SC 2166. Mitsubishi by the looks of it. Mitsubishi. Let's find the component tester. Let's have a look if this is the issue. In a way, I'd like it to be, and in another way, I wouldn't like it to be, because in one way, it would have found the fault in one fell swoop, but in the other way, it's going to cost money. What? See, there's something strange going on here. I'm not sure what that's all about. It's saying it's got a diode coming back on itself. HFE 36, a power transistor, is usually going to have a low gain. It says it's got a protection diode. Really? Let me just have a quick look on my list of bits and pieces to see if I've got a 2166. Cheers, Michael. Yeah, good one, mate. Catch up tomorrow, mate. Good to have you on board. Hi, Aston, how are you? Mic check, mic check. Yeah, you're getting out, Aston. You're getting out, mate. I can hear you. Right, let's have a quick look, see if I can find one of these in my stash. So let me go to my inventory. The problem is I haven't really done an inventory on a lot of my CB radio bits. Come on, where's my drive? Is it under apps? Drive, there we go. Let's get into my Google Drive, look at my components. I haven't inventoried all this stuff yet. I ought to have done really, but... Okay, let's have a look then. Where's my components list? Copy of electronics components. So we want 2 SC. No. It's a no. But that's not to say I haven't got one. I need to dig deeper. I don't think it should have a protection dial built in. It's not that clever a chip. Do I think? There's 2 places where I might have this. One is in this. If I've got one, it'll be second hand. I just want one that I can put across the tester to check it. Anybody know if there's an equivalent to that? I've got some 1969s, which are rare as rocking a horse. 2166. I've got loads of them. I've got loads. I've got loads of them. Look at them all. Obviously, a popular transistor for people to pop back in the day. Right. This will be interesting then. Let's have a look, see if that reads any different. Let's see if that reads any different. That's definitely been changed, that one. So let's try this new one. Hey, Dom. Yeah, you got your ears on there, Dom? I can hear you, good buddy. Right, let's have a look, see what this one does. If this does the same, then that's not our problem. It's the same. HFE's better, 72, but it's still showing this protection diode. Yeah, with protection diode. Maybe there is a protection diode in the thing. I don't know. So it doesn't look like it's that then. It's not got the best gain, but we need to look further back, so it could be in the driver stage. So the driver's going to be that one. I mean, it could be one of these coils open. I mean, really, hang on, I've just broken a capacitor, I think, trying to bend it out of the way. Just a delivery of something a bit expensive. Oh, what have we got on board now? Leakage from collector to emitter. It's the same on the other one though. Hi Cyberflyer, how are you doing? So it could be that someone's replaced the final thinking that was the problem, and it obviously wasn't. So it's potentially is one of these driver or pre-driver. There's not going to be a lot wrong with it, I wouldn't have thought. I don't think it's going to be anything disastrous because it is receiving very well. It is transmitting of sorts, but it's stopping there. Could do with an RF voltmeter really. I could probably trace it through then. Now what's that? I can't actually see which pin this is. I think it's down here somewhere. It's in this area. I think it's those two and that one. Those three there. So let's get those out a minute. Yeah, there's not much copying going to be going on with this radio for a minute. No more 1/4 for a coffee. I do remember the 1/4 for a coffee days. Did used to get quite a few coffees doing that. Back in the day when everybody was on the airwaves, driving around during work hours, if you fancied a coffee, 1/4 for a coffee. And usually someone would come back and say, yeah, come on, Breaker, pop in. Kettle's on. Mind you, back in the day, everybody knew everybody on the air. It's not that one, that's too thick a terminal, I'm sure that's not it. That looks more like... It might be. It is. It's unusual. Oh. Right, let's whip this one off then. For some reason that's got a really thick leg. I think someone must have got a bit feisty with the leg on that one. Right. Let's pop the old driver out then and have a look, see if it's that one. Come on. There she is. Oh yeah. Look at the legs on that. Can you see that? Look at the colour of the legs on that. They're black. I mean, that doesn't mean anything, I don't suppose. It just saying that all the others aren't like that. What is this? This is a... You can see that. 2086, is that? I'm not focused properly there, but that's going to be a 2SC 2086 by the looks of it. Let's get me goggles on and have a closer look. Let's zoom on out a bit because you're just going to get component eye out, aren't you? 2086. Those legs are really black though. Looks like that's got really, really hot actually. It's almost like they're what do you call it? Gun blued. Gun blue. Right. Let's have a look then. Let's have a little look and see. Would you Adam and Eve it? It's good. Just make sure there's no leakage on it. Shouldn't be any leakage on a silicone, which there isn't. Well, HFE 124. Let's look at the data sheet on that one a minute. Let's make sure we haven't got a low gain. 124 is pretty good though, isn't it? 2SC 2086. Hi 2E0 LIG, Nathan, how you doing? .286. It has got really hot, the legs of that though. It's really been overheated. It was 286, wasn't it? 286. Data sheet. Can't show you it because I've knocked my screen capture thing off. Right, let's have a look, see what it should roughly be gain wise. Should be DC forward gain 35 to 70, maximum 300. So that one's well in spec. In fact, it's very good. No issues with that. So that's a good transistor. It's time to find a schematic. Otherwise, we're going to start having a pile of bits here and not know where they go back. Let's see if I can find a schematic for this then. I don't think I've got a schematic. I might have a schematic for it. See if I can find one online first. It's Ford Mustang, it's trying to find me. It's found me a Ford Mustang. 2-litre Ford Mustang. Oh my god. Found a 2-litre Ford Mustang. Great. Excellent. Strange the circuits don't match. If actually, it's probably the Amstrad 901, isn't it? It's going to be the Amstrad 901 that I want. CB Trick schematic, a very nice redraw. Hello, we got a nice redraw here. Schematic. Let's share this with you then. Let's see if I can get the schematic on. I'll need to put my I need to add screen capture back in. Where are we? NDI screen capture, local desktop capture, display, okay. Alright, so screen cap, yes. We're back in business, right. Now have you got me picture in picture still? Yes you have. Do you want me picture in picture? Let's better get me off of there so she can see what the hell's going on. So let's zoom in on this a bit. So this is the Amstrad 901, which is the same radio, and up there, look, we can see it does say. Oh, get off. Says I can't publish it. Am I publishing this? I don't know. Come on, you silly thing. Right, okay. So it does say that it covers the Mustang 2000. I thought this was a 3000, but it is a 2000. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? Audio amp. No, we don't need transmitter. Here we go. So here's our final 2SC2166. That's the driver I've just taken out. 2086. So Q6 is the next one back in the chain. Is there anything else there that would have blown, that would have caused an issue? I don't know what FB2 is. So there's only decoupling caps, there's no electrolytics in this bit at all. Well, there's one there, it says it's an electrolytic, but it's not 10 nanofarad. C124 is 10 microfarad. That's in that circuit, so you see it, make sure that one's not shorted and dumping all of our signal to ground. So that's one to check, C124. Let's make a note of that. C124. We should be able to find that one. Let's put that one in there. I expect one of those two. And so we want Q7, we've just done, so Q6, which is allegedly a 2SC536. 2SC536. Anything else in there that could be suspect? See what you guys are saying. Are you looking at this with me? Yeah, you're dead right, Nathan. You are right. FB, I thought it meant Facebook. It's a cracking drawing of the schematic, I must say. Just scroll back a little bit further so you can see the whole picture, the whole of the transmitter section. FB2. FB1. Sounds like Thunderbirds, doesn't it? FAB. So there's not really a lot else that's likely to go pop in here. As I say, that capacitor could have shorted to ground. So I think probably the next thing to try is Q6 2SC536. 2SC536. Let's have a go at that one a minute then. It's getting dark in here as well. So I mean, it's got to come back to here, hasn't it? I would have thought. Hey, it's getting dark, isn't it? What's going on here? So I think that is that capacitor C124. Difficult to say because it's smack bang on there. So I expect that is that capacitor. It's 10 microfarad, 16 volts if it is that one. Let me get me goggles on. I can't see that capacitor unless that schematic's wrong, but that's 4.7 microfarads, that one. It's typical, it's not actually marked on the screen print there. The silk screen. So that's Q6, that is Q6 there. So we've not got much more options after that one. If that one ain't gone, then we're really going to have to go right the way through the whole of the transmitter section and find out what the hell's going on. I don't think it'll be the PLO. So I'm just looking at the schematic at the moment. I've not downloaded the service manual as such for the voltages. I'm saying that probably some voltages on the it's just done a virus scan, so that might be doing it. Hey, Video Monkey, you want pencil with paint? I mean, what's wrong with that? I can't afford pencils with paint on. You know, this is a poorhouse. We can only afford broken CBs. Thanks very much, though, Video Monkey. Much appreciated, mate. Top man. If I can get me thumb in the picture. No, I can't. Idiot, Graham. Right, let's pop the pre-driver out. Which is going to be just there by the looks of it. Just there. Thank you though, most appreciated Video Monkey. All super chats are greatly received. So it's those three there. Let's have a go, see if that one will drop out nice like the other one did. No, didn't quite get that one. Tell you what, these decoupling caps are a pain. Just get that one's a bit tricky because it's got all those other connections with it. That's where I want my desoldering tool really, but it's I think that's got it. Not quite, let's just use the braid on that last little bit that's hanging on. Don't want to put too much heat on this really. Don't want any lifted traces. There she blows. Oh, I assume that's the right one. So it's the correct one. C536. So it's a 2SC536. Let's see if that's one. That's one. I've not been drinking either. Too much water, I think. Too much water. Let's try that one then. Really running out of ideas after that. Ah, damn. Right, what else could be dumping all that power to ground then? Could be that cap. But it's not that obvious on the circuit diagram where that is. What did I say? It was C124. C40, C28, C52, so you've also got this big resistor. C35. Seems that every capacitor on there is mentioned, apart from the one that the two that are suspect. Okay, so let's say one side of that cap goes to L6. Let me get that circuit diagram up again. So we're looking down in this corner. I'm looking at this cap here, or this one down in here. So C124 goes to L7, L7 and C52. L7 and C52. C52, L6, L8, L9. That's got to be L7 there, is it? L4, L6. So this one down in here then. In this one it's 47 microfarads, 16 volts. Let's See if I can check that. Let's see if I can check it. It's that one there. Let's see if I can check it with the ESR meter. So yeah, that would certainly dump it to ground. So again, this isn't the exact schematic for this radio. Let's try the ESR meter first, if I can find it. So let's see what you're looking at. So according to the schematic, that should be 10 microfarads, but it's obviously, I don't know. They do change these things, don't they? A bit of glare on the wood there. That's a bit better. So I've just got these tweezer ones at the moment. Zoom out a little bit. So I think it's that there. In circuit leaky. Well, it is in circuit. It's certainly taking its time to measure it, isn't it? That is suspect then. So over that one I've got the wrong bit of the board. Just double check. No, that is right. It's there. Let's whip it out and see. So there's this one just here. Just there, sir. Just clear me thingy. Oh, it's 5 o'clock, people. I've got to go. Oh, Mrs. Cruncher will be on her way home. Got to be out with the doggies. Got to get out with them little puppies. Well, not puppies. Full-grown mad labs. Full-grown mad Labradors. Right, let's pop this capacitor out and just check this one. And then we'll sadly have to call it a day for today, but I will be back on Sunday. I will be back on Sunday. So I bet we've undone the wrong one. I think it's that one there. I think I've just done the wrong one. Yes, I have. Okay, that's Russian for you. Not Russian, Russian. Don't talk about Russians to me. That Selena gave me the runaround. Still got to do a little bit of alignment on it. Okay, we can check this resistor as well. That could be wrong. Is that marked on the board? Positive, negative, yes it is. Right, okay, let's try this one out of circuit now. So it should be 47 microfarads. It's looking a bit black, to be honest. 47 microfarads, 16 volts. Any guesses on what this will be then? Let's not use the component tester. Let's actually use the ESR meter on it, shall we? Let's try and use the correct meter for it. It'd be nice. I haven't got my chat up either, so apologies for that. Yeah, I know. Well, you see, I'm going to leave them all out for now because so far there's no issues. I've got the manual, so I know which way they go in. Any ideas what this is going to be then? Is it bad or is it good? Oh. Nothing wrong with that one. 50 microfarads, half an ohm ESR. Ah, it's not that one then. So far we've gone for the output, the driver and the pre-driver, and the electrolytic in that circuit. There is another one in there, but I'm not going to pull that out for now. Interesting though, isn't it? Trying to find faults. It always makes an interesting video, I think so anyway. Let's get... I got double! There's double! There's two of me! Get off! That's better. So, there's a bit of a lag on the chat, so apologies if I jumped in quick with the capacitor value there. Let's turn some of this stuff off. I have got to call it a day now though, people, because Mrs. Cruncher finishes work at 4:30 today, so she'll be home about 5:30, and I normally try and get the dogs out and done, and then we can have a bit of a relax when she gets back in, when I get back in with the dogs. Yeah, 7-3 Nathan. There we go. Well, it's been an interesting afternoon, to be honest. I mean, we've had 2 contacts on the CB, which was amazing. 2 live contacts. So we had Richard and we had Matt over on Lundy Island. So on a handheld, albeit plugged into the external antenna and my bench power supply, so it's doing a bit more than it would normally. It's unlikely with its own antenna that I'd have been able to hear him, but it's good. And had a quick look at a CB that's not working, so it's another head scratching project, that one. I need to get my head in the service manual next and just have a good go through that, find out what's wrong with it. I wouldn't have thought it'd be much, to be honest, and I'm surprised it wasn't any of those components I pulled. Really surprised. I thought it would be the output or the driver, but it wasn't. So there you go, people. I'll see you on Sunday. Sunday, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen Sunday yet. I've got some stuff in the offing. I've been and bought some more old 78 records, so that could be a bit dodgy. I'd be okay if I don't hit the rum. If I stay away from the rum, I might not get any copyright hits, and we might get away with playing some. Yeah, 10-10 till we do it again, good buddy. Cheers, Cyberflyer. So, as I say, I've looked at pretty much what I was going to look at today. It's a shame that the... I keep calling it a Murphy, but it's not. It's a Mustang. It's a shame that the Mustang wasn't working, but it can't be a lot wrong with it. It's just immaculate. It's not been messed with. If it'd been pulled about and that, I'd have expected it to be a problem. But I need to go through it in much more detail than that. So cheers, everybody. Catch you on Sunday. Have a good one. And I got to go out and do me dog duties now. Doggy, that didn't sound good, did it? Bye for now.